Where to begin? I mean, like, stuff really did happen throughout the year now, did it? Uh, well, I mean, we can always, like, rewind all the way back to January, but I could skip the part where I got really sad that my sports ball team didn't make the, Super Bowl or anything like that, but it's fine. But, nah, it's just, I think that we can start where, you know, the real major thing happened. No, not where I almost died back in February, but no. We'll start when I went to Boston again for the third time for PAX East. Whoa, 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 whoa. What even is PAX? Is probably what you're trying to ask through your mobile screen or your computer desktop. Well, let me give you a run back on that. PAX is the Penny Arcade Expo. It was started in Seattle, then there's been multiple different expos around the US, even in Australia too. And the one I usually go to is PAX East. I've been there 3 times, and the first 2 times, the first one being in 2020, second one being in 2022, and this one is 2023. Now, the first two, they were pretty darn good. Two, I felt like nothing could top that, but this year, it was something different.
And whereas last year ended with a waffle, this year it starts with one. Also met these goons.
Yeah.
So, day one for PAX East 2023 was mostly uneventful. We basically, just go into the convention center, had a good time, went to some convention booths. We also hung out with 8 and for his competition at Stream Stars, and unfortunately he got fifth place. It was full of Nintendo games, I believe, that Stream Stars. Anyways, we just went to, have some waffles for breakfast, Shake Shack for lunch, after the whole Stream Stars competition, and then we just hung out at the handheld lounge for some Mario Kart with a lot of competitive Mario Kart people. You're gonna hear that a lot from us because it was basically that kind of convention for us. But yeah, day one was purely just a day of just hanging out, and that's it. Nothing really to note until we reach day two. So, day two started slightly more eventful than yesterday, but it was a bit more of just seeing that, oh my god, the Mario Kart was here for the movie. Wow, so cool. And oh yeah, I'm also met Luigi too at the Nintendo arcade booth. That was really cool. I mean, I love Luigi and all, so I don't know why they were like really shy of me um, in those photos. And yeah, oh, and I also picked up Brat from the entrance of the expo hall, and then we hung out for a bit, and she played this game. Yeah, I'll call it just a game. Yeah, I don't know if I can really call it a game. Oh god. But yeah. After that, I went around, got some photos of the trophies that happened to be for the competitions that were gonna happen on Sunday, and I also played in an amateur Mario Kart tournament, and I ended up getting last place in the semifinals in my match. So I got limited there, which I've been like legitimately, I feel like I've been cursed to always lose in the semifinals in those amateur tournaments, and I'm just like, why? But it's fine. My friends did make it to the finals. I believe it was Ember who won the amateur tournament, and he and Val were pretty happy with each other about that. Um, Bowsy, my friend and person who's been providing most of the footage up till now, he finished second place in the tournament, uh, and he got a nice little silver medal for it. Then we all took a photo, the USMK team and some of the people that were hanging out with us throughout the convention. And at that point, day 3 rolled in, and oh boy. Oh yeah, I also completely forgot. We actually went to King's, the bowling alley in Boston, and we were celebrating Bowsy's birthday, and we also didn't go bowling because everything was so packed that day. Sorry, Bowsy. Oh boy, the third day. Oh man, the memories are coming back to me now. This was when the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Championship Cup 2023 Last Chance Qualifier started. And there were 2 slots that you could join in. I actually signed up for the second session of the day, which was going to be held in the afternoon, but I was first inside the convention thanks to my medical badge. So I was basically waiting in line for the first session as a backup, and fortunately enough, there weren't enough people to fill the 192 player limit for each session, which is quite a lot, but yeah, it was pretty easy to get in for the backup fill. So yeah, the first session, oh boy, I was cooking basically. I literally got first place in the first round. I literally massively cooked the rest of the competition. Uh, in the semis, I actually did also get first place as well. It was pretty decently challenging, but I ended up still doing quite well in my group. And then we move on to the finals of the first session where, you know, they told us like, hey, everyone wins the prize and all that when you make it up here. But the real prize was getting onto that big stage that I so wanted to do for so long. When I ever went to this PAX, like I just want to be up there with my friends and I want to experience how that feels.
After a very stressful 2 rounds, we have made it to the finals. Bank's here, Pratt's here, Downey's here, I'm here. We all advance. There's also some other people. Val's over there on the corner, so she's gonna try her hardest. As Bank celebrates his second time in the Mario Kart tournament, we are left to sit here and wallow. It was very difficult, I would say. It was me, Brett, and Val who tied. And what place did you finish, Downey? Downey, where did you finish? Ouch.
Unfortunately, I got 11th place though in the finals. It it was pretty abysmal. I got literally wrecked. Got hit by so many items. It was not great. Uh, but yeah. At that point, I had to clear my mind, and I wondered, how far can I go, really? Do my limits even reach the potential that I would like to desire for? Well, I basically reached down, felt all the composure in the world that I needed, and then I took action. The second session came around. First round, came in second place. It was pretty nice. Second round, also came in second place. Guy that literally won the first round in the in my group, he won first place in that one and in the second group as well. So it came down to the final again. And again, they told us, hey, you're all winners, but the top three get to move on to the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Championship Cup at the very big stage. And I'm just like, oh, oh, please. I'm so exhausted. I just want to, like, literally do something. I really want to be up there so badly. So I played my heart out. And the first race I like finished in the bottom spots. I just felt like I need to do better. I can do better. I know I can do better. So the second race I actually finished up in the top spots around like third place, I believe. The third race I finished in third place, and I'm basically sitting in third place heading to the final race of the session, and I'm just like, holy crap, I have a chance to actually make it in. Like, I'm only like up by 2 points. I need to hold on for dear life, or it's over. And then someone chose Baby Park.
No, you're saying it, you're good. Final race, Baby Park. Mayor, you have any thoughts for USMK?
Back to the damn crash.
Everybody's freaking out when nobody wants it. They low-key do. No, they low-key do. One of them picked it. 8 of them? Well, no, one of them picked it. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Hey, I'm like,
By the way, Princess Rat has the ability to make it in. And it happened.
he's got full start.
Player beside her is mired in the back. Alright, let's see if we can. Oh, this is much got POV.
Full start, please, full start. No! He needs a start.
Hey, there's like no way you can fix it.
Shock dodge! Shock dodge! Let's go!
Oh, dude. Oh no, we're documenting the run. Is that enough?
I did it. I managed to pull off what I felt like was the impossible. I came in first place on the final track on Baby Park. It was unbelievable. I had so much emotions running right through me as I crossed that finish line. I couldn't tell you how I felt after that. I just felt like overjoyed, shocked, maybe wanted to cry a bit, but I didn't cry. I held it in. But yeah, I signed all the paperwork for all the pricing and all that, and all the consent. But they did my makeup. I did a little photo shoot, and they just told me be ready tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and we will be ready for you to escort you to the big stage. I was so excited. I don't know how to feel after that. But then we just, winded down for the rest of the day. We talked about how everything was gonna go down tomorrow. We even took one more photo again to end the day with a much larger group than yesterday. And yeah, I was laying in bed. I was just wondering how tomorrow would go, and the problem with tomorrow though was it was basically the last day of the convention, so you just had to make it count, right? So as I laid in bed at the High Boston hostel, I was ready. Day 4, the beginning of the end. I did not expect to be here, honestly. I expected to be in the stands, watching my friends play it out. Instead, I'm there with my friends on the big stage. Now, I didn't think I have a chance to win at all, so I felt like I could do something with this opportunity that has been graced upon me. But I felt alone. I felt like, despite the fact that I told my family, my friends, even some strangers that I would be playing in this tournament, and they had their support all with me, or maybe in spirit, I still felt kinda like alone in the corner. Everyone else in backstage, they were all having a fun time, they were all conversing with each other, but there was me just by myself. No one really was talking to me. No one like approached me. None of the players that didn't know me didn't approach me at all, saying good luck or anything like that. They just didn't exactly have any support for me, and it felt like nothing was really just there for me. I felt like I didn't belong. So I took that. I practiced backstage. I pulled out my Switch. I was practicing over and over and over and over again for a bit of time that we had before we had to be on stage and introductions began. And, well, the odds were stacked against me. I was competing against the best of the best. Even some of them were just content creators. And then there was me. A guy that came from Jacksonville, Florida, and honestly just came out of nowhere. I was no competitive player, I'll tell you. I was just a guy that really likes playing video games. What I was told before was that the impossible is possible. All you have to do is make it so. And yet, it felt like I had a hill to climb.
Also, don't give up. Biggest thing here is I've seen a lot of people they get 12th place in their first race and they give up. Don't do that.
Our first race will take place at Boo Lake. This is a bag/run course, you say here, Bear.
Yeah, honestly, it's a toss-up. Depending on your lobby, this is going to be a really exciting one to see how people race this. I already see a lot of Luigi's, a lot of middleweight classes. That's pretty nice to see here.
Yeah, it'll be fascinating to see the strategy. You've got Ember, Kevo,
But they can make a comeback. They just have to play this correctly. Blue Shell is out, targeting first. There is the Luigi.
to gather up some items. You know, anybody can move their way up to first here in this final lap. And start at the same time, makes up some ground. Here's Downin in second, Tris in first as we get set for that third lap.
Tris
would be in
Ripple
reverse.
Bananas is absolutely amazing for first. So right now, Blue Show just got out from the mini map. Tris has the option to slow down or they might have a super horn. I'm not sure. Their second item is a coin.
Here comes the blue shell, though, that we all know and love. Tris gets knocked out and Downin moves into first.
Yes, but there is 6 green shells behind them. So it's going to be quite open. And they got hit by one of them. hold L, it goes really fast to get out of there. It'll just continuously fight, which they did pretty perfectly here. Top 4 going down, and is holding their mushroom, hoping to recover. They have triple reds, but triple reds behind him. Shot by lightning haven't just activated, but it was close enough for Lucky-O to be able to get a box set after, which this should be fine as long as no one pulls. Oh, no.
Another blue shell, and you can just say unlucky-O at this point.
Yeah, so I hurt my thumb in the middle of the championship cup. I was in agony when, after the 6th race, I just was feeling so much pain in my left thumb. I mean, it's understandable when I've played Mario Kart 200 races throughout the convention at that point, and it just finally took a toll on my thumb, and my myasthenia gravis kicked in. So at that point, the last 6 races from 7 to 12 didn't exactly matter in the end, because I kept getting last place, and at that point I just told myself, I'm just going to get through this. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna ask for help. I'm just going to just play the game as it is, and I'll see to it. But yeah, it ended up being really bad in the end. I ended up getting last place overall after the 12 races, and it just really brought me a little down, but I also was smiling in the end regardless, because I still had the experience of a lifetime right in front of me. So, despite the fact that I came in last place, I still felt a mixed feeling of being happy and also a little bit dejected that my thumb decided to give out on the final 6 races of the Championship Cup. Because I felt like I could have done so much better. My performance was just not there at the time. And despite all the practice in the world, all the stuff I did just to get better at the game, my health decided to say, take a break. But regardless, the Nintendo, one of the representatives for Nintendo, Rosalind, she approached me and actually told me that they noticed how I was basically unsupervised. I definitely didn't get the right kind of accessibility treatment backstage, and they wanted to make it up to me. They decided that we could be upstage after the Splatoon tournament that occurred, and we got to do some photos with all the friends I had right by me, and yeah, it was nice to get a little bit of a memento, if you will. And then, that was it. I ate some dinner, one last photo for the road, off the bed, and all I thought throughout that time was, why did my thumb suddenly just fail on me? Was that just a sign that I wasn't ready just yet to take the next step? In the end, this was definitely one of the PAXs of all time. That's for sure. I definitely will come back for sure for next year, and hopefully I can learn from my mistakes and improve upon it. One of the competitors there, 8 Hauser, he is such a very humble guy. I really want to give him a shout out because he's such a cool guy. He's still young too, and he has plenty of potential just to be, from good to great to even probably amazing. But like he's given me a lot of advice throughout the years. Even when I was so downtrodden on my own mood, he just told me never to give up. Keep moving forward, he says. And that's been one of the things that I keep in mind every time I go to these conventions. I just keep going forward. And I wish I could just thank him every time. Wish I could just hang out with him so much more. But we only get to do it only once per year. At least once per year. I always try to make a time worth it with him and the other people I have along with me, because time is such a short element. No, I think I forgot something. Oh, right. Well, that's a pizza, alright. This is one of the pizzas of all time I've ever seen.
Let's try it. So we got, I forget all this stuff, so.
Yeah, it'll be listed.
Let's
All right.
somewhere on the screen or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Complete confusion in one bite. All the bites. Sweet, meat, salty. What it? And is this? This is why I stopped doing this.
I mean... oh god. So, if you didn't know, I also make other things outside of the convention. I've made a board game with my friends. It's called Insane Monopoly. It's quite a massive undertaking that we did during the pandemic. It took us 3 months to make the original game, an additional year to make an expansion, and it got really popular. A lot of people play it, and I still talk to a lot of people about it, and they also have made their own physical versions of the game, which is quite astonishing considering you have to go through a lot of loopholes just to make another game like that. So that's the thing I do on the side of everything else I do around this year. I also have went to PAX West 2023, but I won't like explain it in another like 20-minute chapter or something like that, but I can explain it briefly because it wasn't exactly like my favorite thing to do. Sure, it was my first time out west, and I have never experienced out west before, and it was something different for me. But it wasn't exactly the most enjoyable PAX I've ever been to, probably because I wasn't on a big stage like East, and it just felt like something was off about it, and there was also some other things that happened, personal stuff that happened, that I wouldn't want to talk about. But aside from that, I feel like we've learned a lot of things throughout this year. Uh, First and foremost, I definitely have what it takes to be there, but maybe I'm not quite there yet, but a lot of people still believe in me, and I think that's great. I think I needed the support for some people around me, and I wish there would be a little more support just outside of that, though, with like family and friends. But people that are like, from all the other places in the world, even online, they, had my back throughout the entire time. And I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank Bowsy for providing me a lot of the footage that was for PAX East. Most of his vlog was uploaded not too long ago, but he also had to deal with some other issues as well, so I want to thank him for at least providing me the footage and, you know, being there with me all these years. I also want to thank Mangalore for also being there, but also befriending me even. Like, it was crazy to think about when after my second PAX, we talked about how I would be like a bit more involved with his community, and I was literally a fan of his growing up, and now I'm friends and even his moderator on YouTube. So it's quite insane to think about. Uh, and then there's also people like Princess Brat, who has been a very nice person to talk to. She's been a great person with support. Um, she's a very bubbly person for sure. And then there's also Aqua Twist. Only just met him this year, but he's such a really hype guy to be around. Uh, I would love to hang out with him more next year, hopefully at PAX East 2024. And then also there's Hyper Tiger, cool guy. Play a lot of games with him too, from time to time. There's also the United States Mario Kart team. Those guys have been in talks with me a lot, whether it's at PAX East or even at WasabiCon this year. And then I would like to also thank the people that were in the Insane Monopoly server that we have up, and all the stuff that has been, you know, outpoured to the community, even like the stuff I do with Jason Plays Games, that is still currently ongoing as of now. Please check the guy out. He's such a cool guy. And yeah, I also want to thank you if you somehow stuck your way throughout this entire year in review that I made. This is my first thing I ever edited, and it took me over a month just to figure out how to do this and the confidence to build to even like pull this like stuff together. Um, it was not easy, that's for sure. It was definitely a learning curve for me, but I'm happy with the product that I have here, and I really want to share one final collage of images I have. I don't know what I'm gonna like say at the end or not, whatnot, but I just want to say that I want to thank everyone that's been there for me. It's been quite the journey so far. I don't think I could have dreamed in a million years that we'd be this far, and I wouldn't have dreamed at all that I would be up there with everyone else on the big stage, hearing thousands of people scream my name. Well, they really never screamed my name at all, but you get the point. Anyways, this is Downin, signing off. Happy New Year, everyone.
Pain that I felt waking up to just myself is stronger than words can say. We are apart, but it's important now because I will live for you anyway. Though we try, I know I may together